Hello everyone. So now we are in the end of the unit number 1, and as I told you guys, after the end of every units, even chapter number 1, chapter 2 over, now we'll come into all those questions UPSC asked in your prelims and mains examinations. As I spoken you, the weightage of the unit number 1 is very less in your examinations, but overall if you see the question paper, last 2014 to 2022, so 24 to 2022 question paper, you will see only 2 questions your mains examination came from unit number 1, and 1 question your paper from 2011 to 2022 in your prelims examinations. So what about the prelims and the mains examination question paper, I'll discuss with you people guys. So ultimately you'll be very sure regarding the understanding of it. Whatever the discussion I have done, what about the benefit you got it, after listening this all the question paper you will realize. So let us start. Before going to start the lesson, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Dr. Ravi Agrahari and you guys are listening me on Purvanchal IAS online platform. This is my Telegram channel. Those I suggest to all of you if you are listening my all the entire classes. So kindly follow me on Telegram channel regarding all the PDFs. A part of Instagram, Facebook page, all the social medias I'm connecting. And at last, I'll suggest to all of you, kindly connect with me on the YouTube platform regarding all the current updates. So finally, we are here into the discussion of unit number 1, chapter number 1 and 2 base all the prelims and mains question papers. Unit 1 means solution. So in this unit number 1, have a 2 question. As I told you, the 1 question I got in mains 2020. What is the question? You just see first question, guys. How the science interwoven deeply with our lives? What are the striking changes in agriculture triggered off by the science-based technologies? You know, one part that I'll tell you all of you, whenever you are writing an answer, guys, you should be very clear. So first of all, you should start with the introduction part. So first of all, you must have to start introduction part. After introduction part, you must have to go towards the main body. What actually the question is. Later on, you should go towards the conclusion, and then the last is the way forward actually. So whenever you are writing any answers, the 4 part you always remember. The first part should be introduction, the second part should be main body, third part should be the conclusion, and 4th part should be the way forward. In this outline, in the structure, you must have to write each and every answer if you are going to write in the science and technology. Introduction, you must have to introduce the topics. As just like in this question, if you see how science interwoven deeply with our lives. And what are the striking changes in the agriculture triggered off by the science-based technologies. So ultimate introduction, I'll tell you guys what is science and its importance. As this type of information you can use in the introduction part. This question is direct questions, and here you have not any keywords, specific keywords. So here you can write the science and importance as general information like science is a natural phenomena, and here in the case of science, whenever we are applying the human activities and try to increase the even try to provide the various benefit to the human through the help of technology, here science enter in different corners of the human life, and here in this different corner of the human life, agriculture sector is also one of them. So this information type of information you can use in the introduction part. Main body, here you can see have a 2 parts in your main body. The 1 part and 2 parts. See, the question is divided into 2 parts. The one, how science interwoven deeply with our lives. So how the science is enter in your life, it's a very general question. And the second part, how the science even affect the agriculture to trigger up the science-based technology. How this agriculture will trigger up through the help of technologies. So each and every parts, those are your main body. You must have to give the equal weightage. Suppose the question is 200 words. The introduction part you must have to write around 10%. 75% approx you must have to write about the main bodies, and conclusion and way forward you should write around 15%. It means out of 200 words, 150 words you must have to write about the main bodies. Here the 75 words approx you must have to cover in first part, and 75 words you must have to cover in the second part. So 70 and 75 is of 150 words, okay, around, and rest of other you include here guys, 20 words and 30 words. So main body, you must have to go first the interwoven deeply in our life. It's a very general question, guys. And one more part I'll tell you guys, the first unit chapter, you people again listen in the end of the entire course. But I just follow the book, that's why you people are getting here the first chapter in the beginning. Neither I always prefer the first unit in the last. The reason, science and technology development in the human life. So definitely when you read the space, when you read the energy, when you read the biotech, when you read the information communication technology, later on you will realize, okay, yeah, it is overall the development of science and technology. But as an introductory lecture, I brought science and tech, how it is important and all in the beginning. And this is the reason in this chapter you are following it, because I am following the books. But again, I would request to all of you, okay, you follow the chapter again in the last. So you will be much more clear, and even your dimension will be more and more in that time. Reason till that period of time, you have a more and more knowledge of rest of the other 10 units. So here I'll show you some of the model answers, and that model answer will help you to understand this all the entire concepts. So finally you come here into this all the discussions. Come here, guys. So first part I just brought here for all of you. Science is deeply interwoven in our life. It has impacted every aspects of our life and even the future generation to come as on. In which sector you can see the science and technology, guys? Every sector the science interwoven in our life. Energy sector, space sector, communication information texture. Even those chapter name you people have seen. First day, all the 11 chapter name. Every chapters means at least 7 to 8 chapters, base applications you people can connect, how this all the technologies are connecting to the human lives. Energy, space. If energy will not be there here, guys, how electricity will be there? If electricity will be not there, how internet you can access? Those tablets, those inverters, everything are connecting. Without energy, not possible. So energy sector. Even those sector I brought here, like some of them I brought the name like education sector, health sector, entertainment, industries, transport, space, biotechs, every discipline you can connect, even AI, artificial intelligence, IoTs, Internet of Things. So it's all in every dimension you can connect it. This is the reason I told you again, I'm revising my words, repeating my words. In the end of this, if you go into the answer, you will be much more clear. Here I just brought some of the sector where have a science interwoven in human life. Health sector, how it is. So development of life-saving drugs, medical procedures, equipments, different type of, even in the case of COVID, you already have seen. Second part, education sector, e-books, e-library, my books of Kindle editions and all, Kindle edition and all. Those people are even trying to read the digital platforms. So that is also one more options. You can go through Mc Graw Hill platforms and you can take this Kindle edition, e-books and all. Entertainment, high quality cameras, resolutions, editing softwares, these all type of informations, even that will be the part of them. Industries, the good large scale by use of machines, machineries, a part of transport sectors. Transport sector, you can say road, rail, airports, aeroplanes, every side, transportation sector. So these are only some of them, guys. But this concept, if you write, it's an endless topic. So now the question is, in agriculture sector, where you'll see the role of science, the second part of your paper. In the second part of the question, guys, I brought some of the topic for all of you. Genetically modified plant, mechanization, you people know. What happened when the first gene evolution introduced. In the case of first gene evolution, people have seen mechanization, machine and tool, industries, even road constructions, irrigations, agriculture, you got it, the high yielding varieties, short duration varieties, these all things even came. So ultimately, in the case of agriculture sector, what is the role of science and technology? These are some of them, the examples. Like precision agriculture is possible. What is the precision agriculture? In the case of precision agriculture, people can see the role of drones, data analysis, remote sensing. Through the help of remote sensing, you can find out the particular areas, how much they got effect in the agriculture sector, drought, flood, monitorings, weather forecastings, and that definitely help us in the case of agriculture sector. Genetically modified crops, always important. Through the help of genetically modified plants, we can improve the qualities of the plants, nutrition qualities, drought resistance, flood resistance, disease resistant, different qualities we can, even nutrition quality we can improve, like golden rice, that will provide the supplement of vitamin A. Green revolutions, so already know, guys, hybrid plants, hybridizations, seeders, traders, mechanization, machine and tools. That is all what science and technologies. Smart agriculture like Internet of Things, robotics for the analysis of soil qualities. Okay, these all topics are the part of what? Smart agriculture here. Innovations, a lot of the new topics, new research, hydroponics, soil-less culture people are trying to do, aeroponics, aquaponics, drip irrigation, sprinkler irrigations, endless guys, endless. Okay, in this case of this type of answer writing, even the knowledge of geography will also help you. Smart market you must have to prepare. What is the rate of prices? ENAM, Electronic National Agriculture Markets. It will really help to the farmers to see about the market values of the products. Now there are intermediaries, they are coming at your places and they are going to cheat you. Nanotechnology based agricultural system in the modern era is also boost up a lot guys. Nanosensors in the crop productions, plant diseases you can diagnose through the help of nanotechnologies, nano formulations of agrochemicals, a nano urea that was recently in the news. That nano urea, you will follow me on the current updates guys. On the YouTube channel, those I told you that you can also connect here in this case. Genetically engineering plants, that is also the nano devices. In these way guys, the agriculture, I'm telling you, science has played a very important, as per the science, somehow is creating the negative impact in our agriculture, but second side is also the lot of positives, and definitely science and technology will fulfill the demand of our Indians. Okay, so conclusions part is there in the last, and in the conclusion part, I will always suggest you start your conclusion from the negative and then go towards the positives. Start from the negative conclusion and then you should go always towards the positives. So that is the reason I'm telling you guys, the science and technology have impacted what? Agriculture. Impacted agriculture, both positively and negatively. Okay, both positively and negatively. And negatively, I told you guys, the science and tech here in that case is genetically modified plants can create the health issues. Lot of the pesticides and all the studies those people have done in the case of fast revolution responsible to create the health issues, environmental problems. But side by side, another alternatives, sometimes it can fulfill the demand of India type of countries like, in the case of drought situation when Indira Ji was in generally America, especially to request for some foods and all. So definitely in that cases, India will be self-reliance and all. And this is the reason guys, nowadays we are working a lot, especially towards alternatives, permacultures. So this type of terminology you can write. Permaculture was a UPSC question in the mains paper around 2012. And permaculture was a prelims question paper in 2020-21. So this type of terminology you can also connect. So this topic you can connect with the science and tech and even also environment. So science, environment, agriculture, many terms are connecting together here in this answer writing. So ultimately you have an idea such as this PDF you can go and take from the Telegram group, Ravi Agrahari official, it is there. Now we'll go towards the next questions. Okay, this answer will just to help you to understand entire concepts, what should be the approach of this. Next, we'll go toward the next question of mains examination, mains 2014, the second question of your paper that came from the unit number 1. Question is, scientific research in Indian universities is declining because a career in science is not as attractive as a business professions, engineering or administration, and the universities are becoming consumer oriented. Critically comment. So here UPSC is asking you why the new generation as youth, why you people are more crazy toward administrative jobs. Why not you are going to think about India to make do some research and development and develop something that will be signed India, that will be utilized by India. Okay, as engineering, administrations, okay, you people have more and more interest. Even the universities are right now becoming the consumer oriented. The universities are what? They are increasing the price and price and price. But facilities and laboratories, they are not at your place to help to the education system and to improve the education system. So it's a very wonderful question. Again, I will tell you it's a creative questions. And this type of questions, you must have a broad perspective of knowledge. Okay, why the youth, new generations have not a more and more interest in the research and development sector? So better, why not you write your own answers? You are also like that people are going to be crazy toward the administrative jobs. That's why you people are listening my classes. Why so? So even many of the dimensions here in that case you can see, like research and development is a core economic growth for every country, you know very well. Okay, a part of the many research and developments have sector in India, but they are in poor conditions, except the few states, few of the institutions like IITs, like All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Indian Institute of Sciences, ISC Bangalore, in that areas have some of the laboratories which are really doing a noble work, really doing a hard in the R&D sectors, but not all. So some of the exceptions are everywhere in India. You don't think so, okay, like research and development is totally worst in India. You must have to keep a balance of the answers. What about the reasons? I'm coming into I hope you understood, guys, the same structure. The one is the introduction, the second is main body, third is the conclusion, and fourth is the way forwards. Way forwards, whatever you are going to write in the last, you connect with the coming future. So reasons for the increasing quality of scientific research in Indian university. What is it? The first part is what? Funding. If you see the funding in the research and development sector is very, very less. Even if you see the data that you can see on the screen, around 0.9% of GDP. Even in China, China is going to spend 17% of GDP in R&D sector. And India's expenditure is 0.9%. How much is very, very low? If you talk the earlier government, present government, everybody are same, guys, in the research and development sector. So the reason is inadequate funding. And without funding, if you not have a laboratories, instrument, devices, how you can do experiments? Again, countries, premier technology colleges are reaching out their alumni for funds. So the first and main issue is the funding. Second one, poor private sector research and developments. Even the private sectors, they were investing to get the outputs. They are not investing in the case of inputs. Okay, even on the basis of economic survey 2018, this is the last data. No data is the 22 and 23. There are only 26 Indian companies. See, there are only 26 Indian companies in this order. List of 2,500 global R&D spenders. So total 26 out of 2,500 global research and development spenders. Those are spending a lot in the research and development sector. Out of 2,600 company in the world, India have only 26. They are giving more and more intention. They are investing more and more in research and development sector. Have you think so here, guys? When the private sectors, government, do you leave it, guys? Even the private sector is still not doing that hard work. The reason they want input energy will be low. Input cost low, but output should be very high. Nobody's are ready to give the input cost also high. In the long term, that will give you more and more benefit. No, people are thinking for the short term benefits. So definitely the poor research enthusiasm is also, bad. This is the reason, guys, in India, this type of research, this type of development is not going to be very, very successful. Institution framework, you also have seen like the research areas and all in India is also not good. Not even nice. India has emphasized more on teaching over research. Okay, so teachers' quality is good, but the research quality is not good. That is the first part, as like laboratories are not good. Second side, there is a change of discipline, age restrictions, lack of inter and transdisciplinary culture in universities and all. Many of the subjects are interdisciplinary. Just like when you people want to do some experiment in the robotics sector. The robotic is what? Is an interdisciplinary subject. In the case of robotics, you must have to be a knowledge of machines, mechanical engineering. Electronic engineering has a battery and power. You must have to be a software. Software means what? You must have to be a knowledge of computer science. For the human sensors and all, you must have to need a knowledge of human biology. Many of the subject knowledge you must have to be. But what is the India's universities and all? These are not interdisciplinary subjects. Okay, so this is the reason, guys, those courses or curriculums are going on in the universities is not also according to demand of modern period of time. Quality of students. Quality of student, if you go, guys, so majority of the students are motivated to pursue PhD, to get entry into teachings. But nobody's are even interested to pursue the research and development sector, the first one. Many students of the PhD lack disciplinary knowledge and research methodology. Also lack the communication skills and linguistic competence. That is another part. Okay. Weak IPR sector. Weak IPR. The intellectual property rights section is also very, very weak. Okay, here investment of R&D presupposes a strong intellectual property right regime to protect IPs. Very simple, guys. In India, the intellectual property, even we have tried to brought the property right policies in 2016. Behind that discussion, what is there, I'll discuss it in the case of IPR chapter. But here I will tell you guys, like it's very flexible. Okay, in the case of IPR and all, if any things you are going to develop or something, so more and more flexibilities are. Even government is trying to protect you through the help of recent IPR policies, but still it is not up to date and not reached to the ground level. What about the measures to use in the boost of the scientific research in India? In that cases, investment in science and technology, you must have to go more and more. Improve the STEM education in the school. STEM education means, guys, science and technology related, okay, mathematics, this type of studies are very, very important. Indian schools have become the both inefficient and ineffective tools in the case of STEM education system. So in the the atmospheres for the science and technology, engineering, mathematics, in this area, the people have not more and more interest. Enhance the fund for the research and development, always important. Changing the approach, guys, interdisciplinary nature, redouble its efforts, improve the research and development sector, take a more mission-driven approach in areas such as a dark matter, genomics, energy, agriculture. In these areas, we must have to do more and more work, which is the demand of the present scenario. We are still going to do the experiment on the, traditional things. No, you must have to change their research and development intentions and make some new targets according to demands of the present scenario. So even India has a good potential for research and development sector, India's ground, but India has a ground level of challenges. And India is among top 5 scientific nations. Great scientists are here, and you people know very well. Even in the unit number 1, I have discussed some concept of the brain drain. So I have also explained with you about the concept of brain gain. So it was overall about the questions that UPSC asked, and I have given you some structure. Again, I am telling you this PDF, I just discussed within the brief what kind of answer you must have to use there. But again, I am telling you guys, the question options are many of them. You people can also write all the answers in some other different ways. What about a unit 1 solution, prelim solution? You just come here, guys. Only one question in your paper came, and that discussion I have done at the time of discussion of Atal Innovation Mission. Question of UPSC Prelims 2019, only one question. Atal Innovation Mission is set up under the UPSC Prelims 2019. The A, Department of Science and Technology, B, Ministry of Employment, C, Niti Aayog, and D, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. So it's a information as a factual data. During the discussion of Atal Innovation Mission, I told you it is set up under Niti Aayog. So it's very easy question and direct question. That was UPSC questions. So it was an overall discussion of unit number 1 with all the mains and PT examinations. And I hope properly you people have compiled unit number 1. Again, I request, if you have not finished the unit number 1, chapter 1 and chapter 2, so kindly finish it. Whatever the relevant part was here regarding your prelims and mains examination, I have completed. And last, that all the telegrams, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube platform for all of you. There's the applications, those I always told you guys, Purvanchal IAS app, kindly install it regarding the courses. This time you guys are listing me on the science and technology as the course was launched with 999, but with time the prices will change. Reason 999 initiative I brought especially to join maximum peoples here, guys. Earlier I was in many platforms where the people have paid a lot. To connect with all the peoples, I have given you this nominal fees, but the nominal fees is going to change with the time. So don't worry. So this is the reason this time you can see 999, but in the coming future it will be changed with the time. Science and technology is very lengthy subject, guys, and nobody's are teaching the science and tech. Everybody is saying the subject is as a current updates. Those are totally wrong. Regarding environment, agriculture, biology, physics, chemistry, time to time, you people also connect with me here. My face-to-face classes, not even my institutions, is at Purvanchal IAS Gorakhpur, is set up here where I'm providing the face-to-face classes with all the Delhi-based team. If you are at nearby areas and you want to stay here, you people can connect with us. Okay, and here you have a great opportunity to connect with all Delhi-based facilities. Very nominal fees, fooding, lodging, everything is very nominal in Gorakhpur, but a very culture, even studies culture, even environment you will get here in this Purvanchal IAS. Those type of environment, for that purpose you are moving to the all metropolitan cities. So regarding the face-to-face classes and all our online classes, you people can connect on the given numbers. This is my book that I'll suggest to all of you. This time the 6th edition book is a totally updated book for all of you. Thank you everyone.
पूर्वांचल IAS भारत में सिविल सेवा में सर्वाधिक सिलेक्शन दिलाने वाले डॉक्टर रवि अग्रहरी एंड टीम अब गोरखपुर में भी। पूर्वांचल IAS, पेडलेगंज, इंदिरा नगर, गोरखपुर।